You guys need anything?
Do I need anything?
Yeah.
I'll give you some hot cocoa if you have some hot cocoa. No? No, it's fine. It's too cold for that. So,
Okay. Just filming?
yeah. Just doing what you see. Minding my own business.
Sounds good, huh?
Yeah, just like he is. He's radio recording. Do you want to go speak to him too, or?
I'll see if he needs anything.
Yeah. I'm very suspicious of him. Look at him. Glasses, hat, video recording. Isn't that very weird? I'm about to call the police on him. I think you should talk to him, guys.
See if he needs something too.
Yes, sir.
Is there a reason why you're filming, sir?
I'm a journalist working on a story.
I'm sorry?
I'm a journalist working on a story.
What kind of story you working on?
Oh, it's undercover, so I can't say. Now we have three cops over. There you go. See?
We just got a call, man.
No, I get it, but I'm calling you guys about him now.
I'm gonna go talk to him right now.
Please, will all three of you talk to him? Like, I have three. I'm surrounded by three people with guns because I have a camera. He has a camera too. Nobody's surrounding him. Look, he's calling me names.
No, I'm not. I'm not calling you names. It's not legal. Three people called the police on you because you're harassing these people.
I have not harassed one person. Look,
Hey, sir, can you just go over there and talk to me just a second? Okay.
I have nothing to say, ma'am.
Okay, why are you recording?
I don't have to tell you.
Okay, do you understand though how it makes someone uncomfortable walking in and out of an establishment?
I'm a journalist working on a story.
Okay, and you have every right to do that. But
Okay, then I have nothing to say.
That makes them uncomfortable?
That's not my concern. You're making me
How is
very
it not your
uncomfortable.
concern?
You're making me very uncomfortable.
You can leave.
No, can I have your name and badge number, please?
Andrade, 1491.
Thank you.
Yeah, so can you see how someone, especially with their kids, might feel uncomfortable?
I choose to remain silent.
You can. You're not under arrest.
Oh, I know that. And I won't be. I'm out here legally and peacefully minding my own business, and now I'm surrounded by three.
You're not minding your own business.
I am
You're
minding my own
recording
business.
families walking in and out of the post office.
I'm minding my own business.
That's
I have
not
not made contact. Yes, it is.
It's not.
Using my First Amendment right to record in public is minding my own business.
It's not your own business.
You're not minding-
minding everybody's business.
This video opens with the most perfectly deployed irony in any recent audit encounter. A journalist surrounded by 4 officers for having a camera, who points out in real time that another man with a camera standing nearby has not been approached once. He has a camera too. Nobody's surrounding him. The auditor has a fake beard and is filming near a post office. 3 people called police. Officer Andrade, badge 1491, arrives with backup. Can you see how someone, especially with their kids, might feel uncomfortable? The auditor: I choose to remain silent. The officer: You can. You're not under arrest. The auditor: I know that, and I won't be. I'm out here legally and peacefully minding my own business. Then the moment that defines this encounter: Your body camera is making me very uncomfortable, ma'am. What do you want me to do about that? Should I call the police on you? 2 encounters across this video. A post office in Christmas season with a fake beard journalist. A gas station in Grand Junction where a black Marine veteran with 4 deployments to Iraq was stopped because his car was dark-colored, and his white friend in the identical dark sedan drove away without being questioned. Both documented, both on camera, both legally challenged with precision.
As if you're recording them.
You're not minding my business.
I'm not minding your business?
You're very curious about me for some reason.
Yeah, because like he said, 3 people called. Can you see how it would make someone uncomfortable?
No, I can't.
How not?
It's 2023.
So if
There's
someone-
cameras up there.
If someone were recording me,
Your
if
camera is
recording
making me
me,
very uncomfortable, ma'am. Your body camera is making me very uncomfortable.
What do you want me to do about that?
Should I call the police on you?
You can.
Okay,
Feel
I think
free.
I will.
You might have to turn off your recording though to do so, but you can call.
I have multiple phones, ma'am.
Call.
I will when I'm ready.
Okay, you're not ready?
I'm not ready. Why are you so looking at me with such unease and aggressiveness and the look in your eyes?
Aggressiveness?
Yeah, I can tell in your eyes.
Okay.
I'm a lawful citizen standing in public.
I didn't say you were unlawful. I didn't
Then
say any of the things.
what-
Everything that you're denying, you're saying about yourself.
Okay, I would like to be left alone.
Okay. And these people would like to be left alone.
I have not made contact with anybody, ma'am.
Okay. You're still recording them. And like I said, like what if someone was outside of your kid's school recording? Would you fight this same fight? Like, hey, they can do this?
This is not a school, ma'am.
I'm asking you what if though.
If they're in public, they have a right to record. You know that. I
do.
know that.
So what are you investigating then?
It's undercover journalism. I don't reveal my
It's not
sources.
really undercover, just wearing a fake beard. And
You don't tell me what I can wear or what I do.
Again, you're making up this one-sided story. I didn't say you can't wear that.
Okay.
I'm telling you, it's not undercover wearing a fake beard.
You don't tell journalists how they do their job.
Just like you don't tell me how to do my job. And you told me to back away to not talk to you.
I
I have
didn't-
every right to talk to you too.
I didn't say back away.
You did. You said it, and that I was making you very aggressive.
Okay, so what's the purpose of this? Can I?
You can stay here.
Oh, I know I can. I know I can. Just like everyone else can stay here. Just like he was recording. Nobody's bugging him.
Well, then why were you mad at him if he was recording?
I'm not mad at him.
You were
I'm
mad at
pointing
him
out the
when I walked
hypocrisy.
up.
I'm pointing out the hypocrisy.
How so?
Look,
Exactly.
let me tell you
See?
something. I know I'm
Let me listen
tall.
to you something.
I know I'm very handsome. I know that's why I have the female cop on me and the men aren't.
Would you prefer that
But I'm not
I
single,
speak
ma'am.
to you?
I'm sorry, I'm not single.
Oh,
You seem to be
Really?
very attracted to me.
oh,
I have 3 girlfriends, so I don't have room for another one.
okay. Wasn't trying to.
I'm
be.
sorry. Well, you seem
Nor
to
would
be.
I ever.
You seem to be. You won't leave me alone.
Okay.
Usually when girls don't leave me alone, kind of
So
means
are
something.
you attracted to all these people that you won't leave alone then?
Look, you're the female officer. You're in my face. You're trying
In
to
your
get
face?
information from me.
In your face.
Yes. I could have
Very
COVID and
interesting.
you don't care about how close you are to
You
it.
have that fake beard covering your mouth.
Yes, it is. For your safety.
You're so kind.
Thank you. But yeah, I have 3 girlfriends. I'm really not interested, ma'am. I'm sorry. I hate to break it to you, but
Try and survive another day.
okay.
Thank you
It's
for
very
that.
hard. It's been hard for a lot of females, but you'll get through it.
I'll try my hardest.
Okay.
Might be. Might still struggle.
Possibly. But yeah, 3 cops over 1 dude with a camera. Pretty crazy.
See? Like, that was not necessary.
That's your opinion. As long as I stay legal, you guys can freak out all you want.
Freak out?
You're obviously having an issue with what I'm doing.
Oh, a lot of people are having issues.
You're
All
so,
the
you're
people
you're
that call.
okay. You're supposed to educate them and tell them what I'm doing is legal.
But that still doesn't make it right.
You're not the morality
understand all
police.
that.
We're not in North Korea, ma'am.
No one
You
said
should
we
be on the
were.
side of the law.
No one said we were.
These officers are doing a great job. You're the one that has a problem with me doing nothing illegal.
And if it was them standing here, would it be the same thing?
It would, but they know better.
No better how.
Okay, so can I call the police on these people calling? Misuse the 911.
Call the police.
Go talk to them.
Call
I've
the
had middle fingers thrown at me. I've been called names. My peace is being disturbed.
Oh, that's very tragic for you. I
It is.
apologize.
Just like it's tragic for people to be recorded. You seem to be sympathizing with them and not me. You're supposed to be you're supposed to be a neutral
I am
enforcer
neutral.
of the
I'm
law.
asking you, do you not see how it would make them uncomfortable?
I see the concern, and if someone has a problem, look, a lot of people, they will come up to me like a human being and say, "Hey, what's up?" I understand the concern completely.
And what are you going to give them the same answer that you gave us?
I
Or
tell everybody, I'm an independent journalist working on a story. Most people just accept it, walk away. A few people freak out, call the police. Some psychopaths think they need to call 911 over a man with a camera. That's concerning to me. Those people have mental health issues that you should check on.
Okay, I'm sure it's just them.
No one else has. I can show you videos of people having no problem with what I'm doing.
Okay, you can do that. I'd actually.
I could.
Where do you typically hang out at then? Where do you go? That these people have no issue with you at all.
Well, I usually don't tell the government what I do or what I'm doing or where I'm going. Yeah, it's not very.
Well, you're telling me that you can show me, and then you don't want to show me.
No, I say I could show you. I could. Finally, thank you, sir. She wouldn't leave me alone.
You're taking pictures.
Well, I understand the concern.
Yeah.
So when they ask me, I tell them exactly what I'm doing. I work for a private investigator.
Oh.
So I'm completely honest with people when they ask me, which I completely understand the curiosity.
Yeah.
So when I tell them what I'm doing, they're still upset with me. Even though I'm not here for them.
I wonder what you think you're doing with it.
I don't know, it's just a camera. Nothing to freak out about. But you know how people are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Merry Christmas, ma'am. What's going on?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm out here with the camera and people are calling the police. They're freaking out. No reason why, but
That's crazy.
yeah. Thank you, sir. Have a good holiday. Thank you, guys. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 cops over 1 man with the camera.
In this video,
This segment closes the post office encounter with the most sustained moral accountability argument in this entire video, delivered while 4 armed officers stand around a man who has done nothing but hold a camera in a public space. I'm not minding your business. I'm minding my own business. I'm using my First Amendment right to record in public. The officer, you're minding everybody's business if you're recording. Then the hypocrisy documented in real time. Look, he's recording. Nobody's bugging him. The other journalist with a camera, who is not wearing a fake beard, has not attracted a single officer. I'm pointing out the hypocrisy. The officer keeps asking moral questions instead of legal ones. The auditor names it. You're not the morality police. Ma'am, you should be on the side of the law. You're the one that has a problem with me doing nothing illegal. Then, some psychopaths think they need to call 911 over a man with a camera. Those people have mental health issues that you should check on. 3 cops over 1 dude with a camera. 4 cops over 1 dude with a camera. Pretty crazy. As long as I stay legal, you guys can freak out all you want. He walks away free, wished a Merry Christmas, having been confirmed legal by every officer on scene.
Police were called not because of any unlawful conduct, but because someone else felt uncomfortable. Instead of promptly confirming that filming in a public place is lawful and dispersing the situation, the female officer repeatedly applied pressure and posed moral and personal questions. This reflects a confusion between personal feelings and law enforcement duties, unnecessarily putting First Amendment rights to the test. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a 5 in the comments.
I know, but your recording is a lot easier, or it's a lot harder to get versus mine.
Okay, well,
So-
can you please roll down the window more?
No.
Can I talk to you?
No. What do you need?
All right, well, I need to identify you.
No, you do not.
My name is...
In this video, police approach a man who had just stopped at a gas station, simply because his dark-colored car vaguely matched a description related to a nearby shooting. There was no license plate, no specific suspect description, yet the officer demanded his ID and threatened detention.
My name is Officer Patus with the Grand Junction Police Department, all right?
All right. What's your badge number?
2016, it's right here.
Okay.
And this is my corporal right here. This is Corporal Church
Okay.
as well.
Okay.
All right, so I need you to identify yourself.
No, that's not how it works. I have rights as an American citizen, right?
Yes, you do.
Yeah. You have to suspect me of committing an actual crime in order to identify. Failing to identify is a secondary offense. You have to have an actual charge, or you have to suspect me of committing a crime. You don't have that. You have nothing. I'm not going to identify simply because you see me park and you want to come up and identify me. That's not how it works.
So, okay, so here, I'll clarify some things for you so you understand why I'm coming up and
Okay.
trying to contact you right now.
Okay.
Earlier in the night, there was a shooting that occurred right near the Travel Lodge.
Okay.
And your car is similar in description, a dark-colored sedan to
Okay.
the suspect vehicle.
Okay.
All right? So you're leaving Travel Lodge. Where
Okay.
You have information that's where the suspect might have come from.
Okay.
All right?
Okay. But do you have a license plate number? Do you have a description of the person? Do you have anything? No. You do not have articulable suspicion that I've done anything.
I actually do.
No, you do not.
Yes.
No, you do not. I am not going to identify.
Okay,
No.
if you fail to identify yourself, I'm going to pull you out of this car and detain you for obstruction.
No.
Because right now you're interfering with my investigation.
No. I've done you do okay, so you have to have reasonable, articulable suspicion that I have committed a crime. What crime do you suspect me of committing?
Possible attempted homicide.
Possible attempted homicide.
Yes.
You suspect me, actual me, of committing possible attempted homicide.
Well, your cooperative behavior right now does not help your cause.
No. Being cooperative or uncooperative, I'm not giving up my rights. When you give up your rights, you'll lose your rights eventually. I have rights as a free American. I've done absolutely nothing. I pulled into a gas station because my friends are here, because we're going to...
Deny they're associated.
Absolutely not. No. This is going to go to you guys have lost your mind. I've done nothing. You can't just go around and pull over and suspect anybody and everybody, because
No, we haven't done that. That would be a violation of people's rights.
right, exactly.
In the area of a crime
Exactly.
with a similar colored vehicle, similar nature to the
Oh,
description.
okay, what description of that vehicle did you get? Tell me.
Not a darkened colored sedan.
A darkened color sedan.
Yeah.
Okay.
And one of the two people also excuse me, 2 people also stated that one of the suspects may be of African American descent.
Okay, well, it's not me. I've done nothing. I am not going to identify because you don't have that right to take that right from me. I've done nothing at all.
So if you've done nothing wrong, all you got to do is
Nope,
identify yourself,
nope.
and then we can get this
That's
over and done
that's
with.
not how it works. That's how people lose their rights because law enforcement is always like, well, if you've done nothing, then you shouldn't be afraid. No, that is intimidation factors.
Aaron, I just need your information.
Absolutely not. No,
All right, Corporal, can you come over here, please?
absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Okay.
Hey, Aaron.
This encounter opens with the most legally precise identification refusal in this entire video, because the driver knows the secondary offense structure of Colorado's stop and identify law before the officer even finishes explaining why he's there. Officer Patus, badge 2016, and Corporal Church approach a man at a gas station. I need you to identify yourself. The driver, no, that's not how it works. You have to suspect me of committing an actual crime in order to identify. Failing to identify is a secondary offense. You have to have an actual charge. Patus explains, a shooting near the travel lodge, dark-colored sedan, possibly the same car. Do you have a license plate number? Do you have a description of the person? Do you have anything? Patus, I actually do. Driver, no, you do not. Then the most alarming escalation in this segment. If you fail to identify yourself, I'm going to pull you out of this car and detain you for obstruction. Driver, what crime do you suspect me of committing? Patus, possible attempted homicide. Driver, you suspect me, actual me, of committing possible attempted homicide. Then the most accurate observation of this entire encounter. Your cooperative behavior right now does not help your cause. Driver, I'm not giving up my rights. When you give up your rights, you'll lose your rights eventually.
I understand your situation. But I am a free American. I'm a goddamn veteran Marine who's done 4 deployments to Iraq. You're not going to come up to me and try to intimidate me and get my identification. Huh?
Who's intimidating you?
He is. He's.
Do you want to talk to me?
Yes. I
All
do.
right, he'll step back.
All right.
Can I talk to you for a minute?
Yes, sir. Okay.
Did he explain to you what's going on?
Yes, he did.
Okay.
And I understand what all is going on, right? But I am a constitutionalist. I believe in the American Constitution. I believe in American rights, especially as a black man, right? I understand.
Do you believe in the rights of somebody who got shot?
That has
The suspect identified?
that has nothing to do with me.
Well, how would we know that?
I feel with them. I feel for them, right? But that's got
You're going to
nothing.
a rifle competition, right?
I'm going as a guest.
Okay, that's kind of cool. We want to get you on your way, man.
Okay.
All I really need to do is identify you.
No, you do not. No, you don't. You already know my name, which means you looked up my freaking license plate, right? So why do you need for me to identify? I'm not giving up my rights as a free American because you guys are using intimidation tactics. Failure to identify is a secondary offense. Secondary. You have to have a primary charge, a primary reason, right?
I just told you.
Reasonable, articulable suspicion that me have committed a crime. Not anybody in the area, me as a person. Reasonable, articulable suspicion that I have committed a crime.
Out of Colorado?
Huh?
Have you ever had an ID out of Colorado?
No.
Okay, just Utah?
Yes.
All right, have you ever been contacted by police in Colorado?
No.
Okay, all right. What time's your match start?
What's that?
What time's your match start?
I'm not discussing my business.
Well, I'm just trying to get
I
you
know.
out here on time.
Okay, you know what? At this point, am I being detained? Yes or no, please?
Yes.
Okay, at this point, I'm executing my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent, and I'm going to remain silent.
Do you want to remain silent? Just show me a picture of your ID so I
Nope.
can confirm that's who you
Nope.
are?
Nope. I am remaining silent.
Okay. It may take a minute to get a photo from Utah, just FYI.
You know, what's funny My buddies that just left, they were also in a dark sedan. A dark sedan, right? But you guys aren't questioning them. Why? Answer me why, please. They were in a dark sedan. The exact same color, actually. The exact same color, and we're going to a competition. You said that one of the suspects was identified as, or may have been identified as a black American, right? But which means that there might have been a second suspect, right? Was the second suspect white or Mexican, Hispanic, whatever, right? But you aren't stopping them and questioning them. You stop me, and you wonder why fuckers have such a fucking difficult time understanding how law enforcement does shit. They were in a dark sedan, dude. A dark sedan, the exact same color as mine. And you did not stop them and questioning them. You're doing it to me.
Okay, well, I'm sorry.
Nope. Shut your fucking mouth. I don't want to fucking talk to you.
Tell me how to talk, right?
You shut your fucking mouth.
Corporal, come here. It's not working.
I'm executing. I'm just gonna be quiet.
Okay. Well, I understand.
I don't want to hear you. I don't need anything here. I don't need to hear anything from you. I need for you guys to do what you had to do and let me go. Because
that's what we're working on right now.
Okay,
Aaron,
okay.
So I want to clarify something for you.
I don't want to hear it, man.
30s. So, Aaron, I want to apologize that you feel this way, and I really, truly do appreciate your service. The reason why I'm contacting you is because another officer saw you leaving that area and requested this vehicle be stopped. Okay?
Oh, now your story's changing. Guess what? They left the area too.
Yeah, and that officer that called for this did not see that car. Okay?
We were together.
Well, I'm sorry that I didn't see that other car. Okay?
Yeah.
So I apologize.
Yes. The
for that.
other dark sedan
Yep.
with the fucking white guy in it didn't get stopped. My car gets stopped. Alrighty. I'm the absolute last person to ever bring up race about anything, man. I don't ever bring that up. But I find it hard to believe that my fucking buddy's car, dark sedan, exact same color, dark gray, we leave at the exact same time, he doesn't get stopped. This is what they try to do, though, guys. You see how that officer came up? He said, I need to identify you. You must ID, because I came up and I'm asking for it. You must ID. That's not how it works in America. Absolutely not.
There's guns in the other car. He's not really forthcoming with information.
Why are you not cooperative?
Because I don't have to be cooperative with your investigation.
Well, you have to ID yourself.
No, I do not.
Okay.
I absolutely do. Tell me why I have to ID.
Well, Colorado state law says you do.
Explain that to me.
You want me to recite the law?
I want you
Or what do
to.
you want me to tell you?
I want you to explain why me as a person, have to ID to you.
Colorado state law says you do.
Explain that law.
Okay, and what do you want explained?
You can't just say, well, the law says you are law enforcement, right?
So explain to me why it doesn't.
No. You,
Okay, so you don't know.
I
You just
do
want
know.
No, you don't.
How are you going to tell me what I know?
Well, because you can't.
How
explain
are you
it.
going to tell me what I know?
'Cause you can't explain it.
I did not say that I can't explain it. You as a law enforcement officer, as law enforcement, know the law. Me as a citizen is asking that. First of all, what's your name and your badge number, please?
Okay.
What's your name and your badge number? What's your name and your badge number,
I'm
sir?
not going to give that to you.
You have to.
No.
Yes, you do.
No.
You are a public servant. I'm asking for your name and badge
also have to
number.
give me your name.
No, I do not.
Okay.
You have to have reasonable, articulate suspicion that me, as a person, have committed a crime, about to commit a crime, or in the process of committing.
This is the most emotionally charged and legally significant segment in this entire video, because a black Marine veteran with 4 combat deployments to Iraq names racial profiling directly on camera, using specific observable evidence that cannot be dismissed. I am a constitutionalist. I believe in the American Constitution. I believe in American rights, especially as a black man. Then the evidence. My buddies that just left were also in a dark sedan. A dark sedan, right? But you guys aren't questioning them. The exact same color, actually. We were going to a competition, and you said one of the suspects may have been identified as African American. But you aren't stopping them and questioning them. You stop me, and you wonder why we have such a difficult time understanding how law enforcement does things. The corporal tries to explain. His story changes. Now it is a different officer who called for the stop, who did not see the other car. The driver. Oh, now your story is changing. Fifth Amendment invoked. I'm going to execute my right to remain silent. Then, I'm the absolute last person to ever bring up race about anything. But I find it hard to believe that my buddy's car, dark sedan, exact same color, dark gray, leaves at the exact same time. He doesn't get stopped.
A crime.
I agree with that. 100%.
Right?
You're correct.
Okay, so explain to me how with that law I have to ID. Explain to me.
So you wanted me to explain to you why I'm asking for you to identify yourself?
Yes, and
We had a
first,
incident happen.
wait, hold on. First, please give me your name and your badge number,
Okay,
please.
Well, no, I won't give you that right now.
What do you mean you won't? This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever
I'm telling you,
encountered.
would you like me to explain the reason I'm asking you for your?
I would like your name and badge number, please,
So
first.
you don't want me to explain the reason?
I would like your name and badge number first. For the record, name and badge number first.
I am willing to explain to you the reason that I asked these officers to stop you,
Oh my
pull
God.
you over, and ID you. Would you like me to explain that to you?
I'm going to execute my right to remain silent. This is just ridiculous. My Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. And tell me I don't know.
I'm willing to explain that to you. Happy to do so.
Can I please have your name and badge number for the record, please, too, sir?
Right after you give me your ID, I'd be happy to.
That's
provide
not how
that.
it works. That's not how it works. You are a public servant. If the public asks for you to identify, you must identify. My God. If the public asks for you to identify, you are involved in this engagement. I would like your name and badge number.
You realize that you're holding up several officers while there's an active investigation?
No, you guys are. You guys are. You guys are holding up yourself. I'm doing nothing. You guys are holding up yourself. Because you guys are the ones that don't want to let this go. Please identify yourself.
I'll trade you.
No, that's not how it works. I have a right to
I
not.
think that's fair.
No, it's not fair. It's the law, man. It's not that hard. You are law enforcement.
Me.
Huh?
You're disobeying the law.
I'm not disobeying the law. I am not disobeying the law at all. I'm abiding by the law. You guys are not. Yeah. Smile it up. Smile it up, because this is going to be on freaking YouTube and you're going to be famous. Smile it up.
If you'd like to take a look, you could Google Colorado Revised Statute Obstruction of a Police Officer.
Why don't you look up the basic requirement to ID?
I thought we've gone over that a couple times.
Failure to ID is a secondary offense. I have to have a primary at first, and I do not. And there's going to be a lot of people that see this video that are going to ask, well, why don't you just ID? Why don't you just ID? That's how you give up your freaking, that's how you lose your rights. You lose your rights when it becomes normal practice to be, well, what are you being hostile for? What are you not cooperating for? They use words like that to try to intimidate you, to force you to give up your rights. That's how you lose your rights as a free American in the United States, because the norm becomes, well, just give up your rights. So for all you people that are going to ask that question, that's why I'm not IDing, because I'm not going to give up my rights, because there's too many sheep out there that don't know the law and are afraid of the police. They're the ones that are stopping themselves for going out and finding the real criminal, not me.
Mr. Booker, how old are you?
I'm not giving away any information. I'm remaining silent. I'm talking to my phone, not you guys. One person's failure to ID. Another person's failure to ID.
Looks bigger than 5'8". What'd you say? Picture's hard to. It's not a great picture. he's sitting, he looks bigger than 5'8".
Like it's a small car.
Yeah.
What's the address on that?
I'm in South Jordan.
That's what the RO is for that.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Did we check the VIN? 32. For that Utah plate, can I get the last signal VIN? Thanks.
All right, we're good. Patus.
All right, Mr. Booker, you have a nice day. Good luck at your shooting competition.
Off, man.
The officers
And this is how the Grand Junction encounter ends, with a third officer who refuses to give his name and badge number unless the driver gives his ID first, a driver who names the absurdity of the exchange in real time, and a release that produces no arrest, no ID surrendered, and no explanation for why the other dark sedan was never stopped. Please give me your name and badge number for the record, please. Third officer, right after you give me your ID, I'd be happy to. Driver, that's not how it works. You are a public servant. If the public asks for you to identify, you must identify. Then, I'll trade you. Driver, no, that's not how it works. The driver explains his philosophy directly to the camera, because he knows viewers will ask why he did not just show the ID. That's how you lose your rights. You lose your rights when it becomes normal practice to say, well, what are you being hostile for? They use words like that to try to intimidate you, to force you to give up your rights. Utah plate confirmed through database. No Colorado record. No match to any suspect. All right, Mr. Booker. You have a nice day. Good luck at your shooting competition. The white friend in the identical dark sedan was never stopped. The Marine veteran with zero criminal history was detained, threatened with obstruction, accused of possible attempted homicide, and released without a single charge, because the only thing that matched the description was the color of his car and the color of his skin.